This is our fourth broadcast for the Lehigh Valley Elite Network, Michael Madden REALTOR, whatever. So we're actually over at RE/MAX Unlimited over in Whitehall, Pennsylvania. I am speaking with Kate Hacker, and your official name now, being married, is?
Pammer, Kathryn Pammer. But
really? I've
yes.
been mispronouncing that for a
long
long time.
It's quite all right. I'll always be a hacker, so
good.
It doesn't offend me.
Yeah, so I wanted today's interview to kind of really go over some of the stuff that they do locally here and some of the technology that is available for realtors, and not only realtors but also homeowners, and kind of how things have changed so much. Years ago, I was a full-time real estate investor flipping properties, so that was really my attraction to get involved in real estate. And I had, when you get your license, every broker in the world gets noticed that you just got licensed, so I'm getting all these solicitations.
Sure, of course.
And I know a lot of the brokers that are local in the Lehigh Valley, and one of the reasons I chose RE/MAX over here Unlimited, honestly, originally was because of Carol Landis saying, hey, you should really...
Carol and the Chelsea Vassa team is a wonderful asset to RE/MAX Unlimited.
Yeah, and then when I met your dad, Marty, I get him. Me and him kind of think the same way about life, and I was so impressed with, some of the work he does with the charities and things like that. And
well, Marty always has an open door policy. He's always here in the office, even up till 9 o'clock at night. We're one of the only offices that are open till 8 p.m. as well, to have serve your clients' needs as well, of working full-time clients trying to purchase a home. And Marty's always been very active in the community in several ways. Yeah,
and one of his just philosophy on life was really attractive to me. It's almost like he's a mentor to me in the sense of, that's where I want to be at some point in my life, is just have a business that actually helps. Like even today, we were just up at the City View Diner, and you could tell it's not about money for him. It's about him giving back. At some point you have enough money that you don't need to work and that kind of thing, and then from that point on, it's just you're giving back to the community, and that's really one of the reasons I chose Marty versus anyone else. And then the more I got into the RE/MAX system, I was like, whoa, they really have a grasp on social media.
RE/MAX is always on top of the line, coming out everything from Denver, Colorado. They have great people out there studying, what's new on the internet, what's going on, and how can they benefit their realtors to help their community.
Yeah, and I would tell you the other thing too, with you, and when I had spoken, it's kind of interviewing around, but I was, your embrace of social media really reaches out to me, because I'm a big believer in social media and what it can do for your business, and you really embrace that.
Absolutely. I feel social media can be a free way of advertising your company. Especially realtors work a lot off of referrals.
Right.
So social media is here. It is a strong audience already, so you have to captivate that audience that is already spending so much time in the area, and social media isn't going away. This is just a budding new part of the internet that will soon be taking over.
Yeah, and then I know Marty was going over some of the numbers as far as transactions per realtor.
Yep.
And it's impressive. We have some of the top real estate agents in the region, big time.
And the state as well.
Yeah, and I think that really goes to show his leadership style, and because people that are doing a lot of transactions can go anywhere they want. And to attract that type of leadership, you really got to be a leader.
Yes.
And
Marty is a leader.
Yeah, and that really makes a big difference.
I'd like to say.
Yeah, and then can you, one of the new things that I've learned was this showtime, and how real estate agents nowadays actually schedule showings on properties that they have listed. So if you could touch a little bit on that.
Along with the internet and social media, everything new is still coming out. One of the things realtors can now do after hours, I say we're open till 8 o'clock at night, but if you have a listed homes, you're scheduling showings for tomorrow morning and it's after 8 o'clock, how can you, get in touch with the homeowners? So what we use is a program called Showing Time, but we don't use their call center. The secretaries here still are making the calls. But along with the showing time, the homeowners can receive emails and text messages, notifications of showings of their homes.
Right.
That way, so it is after office hours, we're still giving them as much notice as possible, somebody coming in and looking at their home.
Yeah, and one of the things I was really impressed with is the follow-up, where once a realtor shows a piece of property, they actually are required, right, to give some feedback on the property,
Well,
or?
we're not required. I mean, it's obviously nice to receive that feedback because that's what the information you're going to work on then with your seller. So after a showing, the feedback goes out, and it's automated for just about
Yeah,
every
I was so
system.
impressed with that.
It goes out an hour after the showing, and again, you can see what are you trying to find out from that realtor other than price of the home and
Right.
condition
Right.
and location. You can detail that feedback list. It would be whatever you want, and if the realtor isn't answering, it'll automatically go out 24 hours for the next 3 days. Now again, you can make it go out 5 times for the next 7 days or things like that. And if you're still not receiving a call, you can call that realtor and ask them. Then fill out the information on showing time, which gives a nice graph of the answers for your seller as a report if they're
I really
hanging on there too long.
I was so impressed by it, because the thing is that, as a real estate agent, if you're trying to get a price adjustment or have because a lot of times realtors will overprice properties because they're pressured by the person selling the house.
That can
market,
happen.
and the market is the market.
Sure.
And
That's
getting
right.
feedback actually allows the leverage to say, look, this is what the market's telling you.
Exactly.
Make the adjustments so you can actually sell the property.
And then, and be productive.
Yeah, and I was so taken back by some of the technology now in real estate and how advanced it is.
Sure.
And the thing that I think changed now versus when I was flipping houses is that everybody has access basically to all the information.
Yes.
And you as a realtor have to kind of decipher that for the person so they can understand what this information means and how
Sure,
it
and-
applies to their individual situation.
Absolutely, and that's where I think the consumer will get lost when they're looking on the Zillow sites and the Trulia sites. I
Right.
really need a realtor and a professional who can read that information and understand, what is actually being put out on the web. I tell a lot of the consumers, Zillow is only a 12% accuracy in the Lehigh Valley
Right.
area, and they don't understand what that means.
Right.
So that's where the real estate professionals to come in and actually tell them, well, it's recorded from a tax record that could be outdated. And they're not really looking at the geographical area of things that were sold and recorded within the last 6 months.
Right. Now, you just recently purchased a home. How was that experience for you?
I did. It was probably the most difficult purchase I've ever had to make.
Right? It's not easy.
And now I understand what everyone goes through. It's very emotional.
Right.
I really didn't understand the emotions that would be involved in
Right.
selling, because we sold our home too, our
Right.
first home. We sold, and then we wanted to upgrade. We wanted to buy bigger because we wanted a larger family.
Right.
So it was a roller coaster of emotions, but I really feel like a real estate agent and your lender and the title company really works together as a team.
Right.
So that's why you have to have that real estate professional that you're working with that has strong relationships with your mortgage lender and your title
Yeah.
company for that transaction to run smoothly. Any question I had, I knew where to go to, and I got the answer. So it was, I have to take a deep breath because now I'm in the home of my dreams, and it'll be fun forever.
Yeah, I don't think people realize the process, and
No.
it's a dealing with people's emotions. Even I'm going to be listing a gentleman's
Business.
Wes. Yeah, and the thing is, he has to emotionally detach. We're selling some of his equipment on eBay so we can make room for the sale, but
Okay.
the reality is, there's a lot of emotions. He was in business for 60
Yeah.
years,
Oh, my.
and he has to unplug from that emotionally so he can make a good decision about the real estate that's involved here.
Sure, and that's where the real estate professional has to
Yeah.
come in and talk to him. That it is a business decision. It's not personal, though you have your memories and your
Yeah.
your personal assets there. We wanted what was best for our family, so that's what I had to keep reminding myself, and now we're there. So
Well, what's neat too is if you go on to Remax.com, they have a whole series on how to declutter your home, how to depersonalize it, and it really
that's
goes.
very important to
It
the
is.
consumer coming and looking at a
Right.
home too, because we had to sell to buy as well. So.
Right. And then how about if you could touch a little bit on your involvement with Toys for Tots, because I know that's a big thing that you and your dad are involved in.
Yes, we're just about to kick off the 2016 Toys for Tots U.S. Marines. We work with the local U.S. Marines every year, and we're heavily involved. We're a big drop-off site because we're the center of the Lehigh Valley, which is,
Right.
Whitehall is the center of the Lehigh Valley.
So people are actually dropping off here too.
Oh yes,
Okay.
we have a lot of companies in the area that know we've done this for the last several years. They'll come and after they collect their toys, they'll come and drop it off in our foyer here at Remax Unlimited on Schadt Avenue, and then we will distribute the toys. A Marine comes in once a week. Actually, he was in here earlier, so you might have seen
that big
Sergeant
guy.
Bennett. Yep.
Yeah.
He's the new Marine. There's usually a new Marine every year. They're only stationed here for 3 to 4 years, so.
Right.
There's usually a new Marine, so he was in just trying to see what we've done years past. We start October 1st by putting out drop boxes in the local businesses. Local businesses even do pick them up from our office location as well, just to help us out. You know, our main goal is to help the Marines collect as many toys as possible to distribute to the children here in the Lehigh Valley. And every penny and every toy that is collected is donated right here in the Lehigh Valley. Nothing leaves this general area.
So how are they dispersed? Like,
When we collect toys, we start October 1st by putting out drop boxes at local businesses, so clients and consumers can put some donations in, and then we start December 1st. We have to start going around to all the drop box locations and collecting those toys. We have a large warehouse located over in Bethlehem that we bring all the toys into, and we have to separate them by gender and then by age. And then we receive requests on our online, Toys for Tots Allentown, if you'd like to Google that, is our website right there. Families can request toys online. A lot of our requests come from the Salvation Army. We'll take our request. It's usually 2 toys per child, and we'll fill the request orders, and then we'll notify that party whether toys could be picked up at the warehouse.
Yeah, your dad was telling me some of the challenges he has with like the barcodes, crossing them out because people would resell the gifts or bring them back and all kinds of stuff that was you don't think about. You know?
No, you don't. We get a lot of people too who try to take the toys from the boxes. So I just want to remind everyone to, if you are a family in need of toys, to make the request through your local Salvation Army or online, because we do want to help the community. But yeah, we do try to black out the barcodes, and make sure that the toys are going to the children, by all means.
So why do you do it?
Why do I do it?
Yeah.
Because there is nothing like a December morning coming in the office of RE/MAX Unlimited and you can't even move past the foyer because it is packed with toys. That feeling alone, then spending a whole day at the warehouse just requesting the toys and seeing how thankful the family are coming in, that makes my Christmas.
That's awesome.
The whole holiday season is giving back. And, it's just a reminder that the Marines are out there not just protecting our home front across seas and fighting and things like that. They're protecting our children here, right in our own community. And I think that's a great thing to be a part of.
No, I think it's awesome. I mean, that was honestly one of the things that really kind of kicked me over here. Like, just Marty's commitment to giving back. And because that's really what it's all about.
Absolutely.
I'm not into this, be greedy and
the well of our community.
It is. It really is. And you really feel that. Even like this morning when we were over at breakfast, you could just tell like, I was pretty impressed.
He wanted to get everyone together just so we could have a meal.
Well, you know what it was? Everybody's like looking at the clock, like when's it's getting started? But it was kind of brilliant because everybody was just kind of interacting, and it was like I got to meet a lot of realtors just because the meeting did start, and it was like Marty's very much to the point. He's not one of those.
Sure. If there's information we have to get out to you guys, maybe usually through an email. But every once in a while, because of technology today and social media, a lot of realtors can work from home. They do have that benefit. So to bring everyone together is kind of nice every once in a while too, even if it's for that brief hour and a half.
So if there were other realtors that were interested in switching brokers or whatever, how would that process be? Like, what is that? How does that play itself out?
They could go online and do some research on joinremax.com. They could give Marty a call at any time. Like I said, he's an open door policy, and he's always here. A lot of times after hours, so they could call the office and give a talk to Marty. And talking doesn't cost anything. So
and
they could explore their benefits if they were interested.
And I have a lot of friends. I mean, I must have over 1,000 realtors as friends locally on Facebook and things like that. And there's a lot of great realtors out there. And I always try and make sure people understand that you work for yourself, no matter what. It all comes down to that. And it was pretty impressive. Tim Heimbach actually got an award for earning $1 million in commission. So is that, and that's just for here when his tenure here, or is that, what is that $1 million?
That was just for the year of 2015, working under RE/MAX Unlimited.
Wow, that's an impressive stat.
He is a great realtor.
Right. And that's over $1 million in Pennsylvania. That's not like New Jersey and New York where it doesn't go as far.
Yeah.
You can get a pretty. You're doing well out here in Pennsylvania if you did.
Yes, you'd like to think so.
Yeah, well, like in New Jersey where I'm from originally, the houses are much more expensive, so it doesn't mean the same amount. But to earn $1 million on $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 houses, that's saying something.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a great realtor. Really works for his clients.
Good. So how, if you could just give the office number and location location so people...
Sure, we're RE/MAX Unlimited at 1080 Schadt Avenue, Whitehall, Pennsylvania, 18052. Our office telephone number is 610-266-4000.
Yes, and if you want to get a hold of me, my email address or my website is michaelmadden.realtor or Lehigh Valley Elite Real Estate.com. And eventually what I want to get to is the reason why we started these Facebook Live broadcasts and things like that is to, with the Lehigh Valley Elite Network, I have a bunch, I probably have, I don't know, thousands of people that I have contacted over the years. And one of the things I wanted to really get them to understand is a lot of people go to networking events and they stand up, do their 30-second commercial, and it really never turns into anything. And I'm always trying to get people to understand, you know, the purpose of doing that is so you can actually sit down with somebody one-on-one and develop a relationship and kind of strategize, how can I help you, how can you help me?
Sure.
And I was doing them for a long time at Panera Bread, and one of the things that really started happening was I meet so many people that I was constantly getting interrupted.
Oh, yeah.
And I was sitting there like, I want people to understand I'm, you know, involved in real estate now, and I'm like, why not do it right down here and broadcast it so people can actually get the benefit of, you know, the audience I already have built out there and
Sure.
get exposure to that. And I'm so thankful that you're even doing this because, you know.
Well, yeah, like I said, social media is not going away. It's just in the butt of, you know, the new way I think society is going to be looking at things through
Right.
their social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat is really big right now. I'm not quite sure I'm out on that bandwagon.
No, I
yet.
hear you. That's the next virgin
But,
market.
you know, people who aren't, you know, going and reading the news and stuff, it's right there brought in front of their faces, right by social media. The audience is already there. You just have to captivate it.
Yeah. And if you could just touch on one last thing in closing is Marty, when I was talking to him in the parking lot about, you know, Toys for Tots, he said one of the challenges is that you have to have things pretty much by December 1st, the beginning of December, so they
Yeah.
can get it in a system and get it organized. So if you could just touch on that, because I think
Sure.
a lot of people don't think about Christmas.
Sure.
So-
If you were interested in the Toys for Tots campaign, we do start October 1st with putting out drop boxes. We must start collecting toys as of December 1st, so the toys may be distributed before the Christmas holiday.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We get really tight up that week of Christmas, people's requesting and things, but there's just no way we could collect, distribute, you know, and sort everything before the week of Christmas. We have to start December 1st. And I don't think a lot of consumers realize that. It seems to be early in the season, but
Oh, yeah.
the Marines
Right.
have distributed over 78,000 toys last year alone.
Wow.
So there is a large audience here in the Lehigh Valley, and every year we try to do better.
And if somebody was going to donate a toy, how do they know what to buy to help?
You can
Or-
buy, any toy can be donated. We do donate to boys and girls from 0 to 12.
Okay.
I've even heard of some 14-year-olds that were in there because, again, we do try to help out the community. And we always are in need of young children, babies' toys, and girls' toys from like 9 to 12. And they would do anything with like hair polish or hair ties, curling irons, things like that. Those, I think, are the age groups that tend to get missed. You know, when you think of a toy, you think of a car
Oh, yeah.
or things like that. And we also don't take the stuffed animal donations. That's the one thing, since we do store our toys in a warehouse.
Too bad. I got all these stuffed animals, but I want to get rid of them. It's like,
Actually, what the Marines do, if we do get stuffed animals, they don't get thrown away.
Right.
We contact the state police department, and
Okay.
they'll take our stuffed animals for domestic calls.
oh, I had no idea.
Yep. Yeah.
Good. And then as far as volunteers, do you have situations where you need help, like
Sure,
volunteering?
yep,
How
there
does
is-
that process play out?
Same on the website. It's Toys for Tots Allentown. If you want to be a volunteer, you could put your name and information in there, and Sergeant Bennett will contact you. There are times that we will need help sorting and picking up of the toys in Dropbox locations. So if you put your request that you would like to be a volunteer in there, we will definitely be contacting you.
Awesome. Well, this is a awesome lady. I don't know what to say. I'm so impressed that you have that vision of helping back and giving back to the community, and I'm impressed with why you're doing it.
Well, I wish more people would get involved too.
They will. I mean, you know, a lot of times people don't realize there's so much people that would donate their time, but they don't know what to do or how to get in touch with the person that kind of organizes things. So
Sure.
this could be very helpful. So,
Well,
and I'm
we
excited
hope to
about
get-
interviewing your dad too. That could be a whole other.
That'll be next.
Yeah, exactly. So we're signing off now.
All right.
From RE/MAX Unlimited in Whitehall, Pennsylvania, United States, of course. So thank you for listening, and that's it.
All right, thank you.
Very good.